How long will it take for the Refugee Appeals Authority of South Africa to make a decision? There is no set time within which the Refugee Appeals Authority must decide on an appeal. There is a backlog of cases with the Refugee Appeals Authority, which means it may take a long time for your appeal to be decided. The Refugee Appeals Authority is actively working to shorten the time periods by addressing the backlog through the ongoing Asylum Appeals Backlog Project in collaboration with UNHCR. Attention! Your asylum seeker visa must be renewed while you wait for a final decision from the Refugee Appeals Authority. What is the Asylum Appeals Backlog Project? In 2021, the Refugee Appeals Authority, with the support and collaboration of the Department of Home Affairs and UNHCR, began a 4-year project to address the backlog of asylum appeals. The Asylum Appeals Backlog Project aims to 1. Make final decisions on the approximately 133,000 undecided appeals in the backlog, and 2. Improve ways of working to prevent backlogs from happening in the future. UNHCR is supporting this project by giving funds, expertise, and staff to help the Refugee Appeals Authority complete appeal decisions faster while making good quality decisions. What happens if your asylum application is rejected as manifestly unfounded, abusive, or fraudulent? This means the Refugee Status Determination Officer has decided to reject your asylum application. The rejection and the reasons for the rejection should be written on the Refugee Status Determination Officer's written decision. Manifestly unfounded, abusive, or fraudulent rejections are automatically sent to the Standing Committee for Refugee Affairs for review. This means the Standing Committee for Refugee Affairs will look at the Refugee Status Determination Officer's decision and make a final decision about your asylum application. You should speak to a lawyer if the Refugee Status Determination Officer has rejected your asylum application. Attention! Your asylum seeker visa must be renewed while you wait for a final decision from the Standing Committee for Refugee Affairs. What happens if your asylum application is sent to the Standing Committee for Refugee Affairs for review? When the Standing Committee reviews your asylum application, they can either 1. Agree with the Refugee Status Determination Officer's decision. This means the rejection of your asylum application will become final. You will not be allowed to remain in South Africa and will be given notice of how many days you have before you must leave the country. Or 2. Disagree with the Refugee Status Determination Officer's decision. The Standing Committee will then send your application back for another interview by the Refugee Status Determination Officer or change the decision and approve your asylum application. You will receive a refugee status document if the Standing Committee approves your asylum application. Attention! You have a right